Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're strapping in, you could say, to look at wellness capitalism. Specifically, we're putting one product under the microscope, Force Factor Total Beets powder. It's about $30, and it promises, get this, to turn your cardiovascular system into Formula One performance.
Yeah, it's quite a pitch, isn't it? Very targeted. The main claims are all about, natural energy, no stimulants,
Hmm?
boosting nitric oxide, improving blood flow, and they highlight beetroot powder and this proprietary NO3T blend.
Right, the NO3T blend. Okay, so let's unpack this a bit. We've got this slick promise on one side and a, well, $30 tub of pink powder on the other. Our mission today is to figure out, is this actually a scientific step forward, or is it just really clever marketing, maybe cutting some corners?
Well, to be fair, we should start with the good stuff because the basic science they're referencing, it's actually solid. Our sources definitely back up the research on dietary nitrates, which you find naturally in beets. It's pretty compelling stuff.
That's right. We saw reviews, systematic ones, showing beetroot juice intake does consistently lower blood pressure. That's in clinical trials.
Yeah.
And there were even specific studies looking at older adults showing better muscle strength after, 8 weeks of nitrate supplementation. So the mechanism, nitrates to nitric oxide, it works.
Yeah, it demonstrably works. But what's fascinating and kind of crucial here is where this product seems to diverge from that successful science. The key thing it almost always is the dosage. Those studies, the ones showing real benefits, they use doses providing about 6 to 8 millimoles of actual nitrates, usually from, a decent amount of fresh beetroot juice. That seems to be the threshold you need to hit for real effects.
Okay, 6 to 8 millimoles. And this is where it gets really interesting, where we kind of had to dust off the chemistry knowledge. Force Factor's powder, it proudly says 2 grams of betaine nitrate per serving. 2 grams sounds like a lot, right?
Yeah.
But when you actually look at the conversion, like how much active nitrate that delivers, well, the numbers suddenly look very different.
Precisely. Betaine nitrate isn't pure nitrate, it's a larger compound,
Mhm.
and only part of its weight is the active nitrate bit. So we did the math, and that 2-gram dose, it only translates to roughly 3 millimoles of actual nitrates per serving.
3 millimoles, so literally half the minimum effective dose found in those studies.
Exactly.
Half. Wow. So, okay, it feels like the product might be designed to work at half speed.
Yeah.
And this is what leads directly to that charge we found in the sources, pure profit optimization. Let's connect that dosage gap to the price tag. This NO3T blend sounds very high-tech, right? But it's basically just betaine nitrate.
Yeah, and the economics are pretty stark when you look into it. That raw ingredient, betaine nitrate, it costs the manufacturer something like $2 per kilogram wholesale. So think about that. They're charging you $30 for a container that likely holds just a few dollars worth of the main active ingredient. And it's packaged in a dose that's, well, arguably too low to reliably give you those proven results. It really does look like maximizing profit by minimizing the dose.
Right. And suddenly the user reviews make a lot more sense. We saw really mixed feedback. Some people did report, feeling more energy, having better workouts. But many others said they felt nothing at all. And a lot complained about a chalky taste. It seems plausible that for many users, 3 millimoles just isn't enough to cross that therapeutic line. You basically paid $30 for pink-flavored water with maybe a hint of benefit.
Yeah, it lines up. So, okay, what does this all mean for you, the listener, if you genuinely want those cardiovascular benefits that beets can offer? The good news is the alternative is pretty straightforward, it works, and it's much, much cheaper.
So what's the practical takeaway then?
Well, you can buy actual beetroot juice, often concentrated stuff, for maybe $3 a bottle or so. And get this, one bottle often contains the same amount of nitrates as 3 servings of this powder, roughly that 6 to 8 millimoles or even more. So if you want the real effects, stick with the whole food source, or find a supplement that actually guarantees that minimum effective dose. Check the label for millimoles of nitrate.
Okay, so zooming out a bit, the core science. Leveraging beetroot nitrates for performance, for blood flow. That's legit. But the execution in this specific product seems fundamentally flawed because the dose is just suboptimal. You're paying a premium price, likely for a sub-therapeutic dose.
And I think this brings up a really important question you should probably ask yourself more often in the supplement aisle. When does the convenience of the superfood powder trend stop justifying a price that's just way out of whack with the actual effective dose you're getting, especially when the cheap, proven whole food alternative is sitting right there on the shelf next to it? It's something to think about, that disparity.